Hi Capricorn, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Happy New Year, god fortsättning as we say in Swedish. Capricorn, this is your love reading for the upcoming 2 weeks. I'm having a new deck here. I used to have another deck. If you follow me before, if there's any newcomers, welcome. This is the Power Tarot card deck by Doreen Virtue. I just love these images. It's still not a tarot reading. I'm not into the tarot reading because I don't know it. It hasn't been my passion. I haven't learned it. So this is just more me sort of looking at the image and getting inspiration and getting my intuition going, rather. Capricorn, I feel like this is so your year. It's like it's everybody's year who's sort of, it's everybody's year because it's just brand new energy, and I just feel overall it's really different being in 2020. But Capricorn, you seem to have every single planet in your sign throughout the year, and eclipses in your sign, and I don't know, moons in your sign, and it is Capricorn year. And because it's Capricorn year, I'd say, I mean, I'm a Leo, and I had it pretty rough for the past 2 or 3 years. I mean, if I wasn't awake before, I sure am awake now. Like, I wouldn't have it any other way. It has given me so much strength and so much power. Capricorn, it feels like if I had a rough path, talking to a Capricorn, you probably are the most... I just so strongly believe in contrast, or like the opposite of something wanted or the opposite of something unwanted. Like there's these two opposites talking to each other all the time, and it's like contrast being given to you, like what feels maybe like hardship, what feels maybe like a challenge, but over time you learn that it's actually just a new way for you to expand your energy, a new way for you to understand clearly what it is that you wish, if that makes any sense. And so for Capricorn, for this to be a Capricorn year, 2020, you surely, just by sheer knowledge, you must have had a very challenging previous years leading up to this. And it doesn't mean that you have to, like, that you could have been brought to your knees, like can't breathe challenge, but probably just a constant something to deal with. A constant something to deal with for Capricorn. This is such a broad, it's like so many cards, I'm having trouble. I don't think I have particularly small hands, but I think it's tough to shuffle. Anyway, we're looking into 3 cards for you, and then some clarification if it's needed, to see what's going on for your love life for the upcoming 2 weeks, starting today on the 17th of January. So that is just towards the end of the month, before already heading into February of this New Year's. Crazy. One. The first thing I hear is like, it feels like there's so many opportunities. So it could be actually that you have a lot of opportunities in love. Like there's several people coming in to sweep you off your feet, to sort of give you, what should I call it? Give you, hey, come be with me, that sort of thing. Like, choose me. No, choose me. Wow. Yeah, and I seem to just, I mean, I learn now because there's so many cards that has come up yet again and again. This card deck has 78 cards. So it's quite hard to pick the same cards over and over again. And you see how I do it. I'm led to just take whatever stands out to me. It's not like they're looking like they're completely the same on the back of each card. But I mean, I seem to draw similar cards over and over. Anyway, the first card out is 3 of Ariel. For me, Ariel stands for love. So, and it's a love, it's like the border here. There's a new border of like around every card, and this border is pink, so it's all about love. Next card out is Queen of Michael, which has a blue border, which is all about your throat, like speaking your truth, telling the world who you authentically are. And then we have 6 of Ariel. 6 for me stands for love as well, like love and romance. And then Ariel again with the love card here. So let's dive deeper into this and see what's going on in your life. I feel like this is both for single and committed relationships. And why I say that is because you're my 10th sign that I'm doing. And I think out of the 12 signs so far, it has been like one other sign that speaks about committed relationship. And otherwise it's been either you're thinking about leaving a relationship or staying in a relationship, like it's a bit up in the air, or you're single. But this is for both single and committed, I feel. So the first card out is like, is talking, I just feel something stands out to me in terms of a Gemini. I don't know why. Like I know why it stands out, but I don't know why. Take however that flies in your life. Like if you're drawn to a Gemini, if you're interested in Gemini energy right now, if you're a cross watcher, I just recently learned that you can be a cross watcher, which sounds a bit kinky to me, but it's that the just the expression. The fact that you're here watching this video because you want to know what's going on with your Capricorn person. You can be another person, like checking in, having a completely different sign. And you who's watching your Capricorn might be a Gemini. So this, it might just be like guides coming through saying, we see you. Not in a bad way, you're welcome. Yeah, so it's a lot of things happening here. It feels like you're choosing, this is first and foremost for single people, single Capricorn. Sorry if I'm a bit like yelling now. Sort of doesn't really know what to focus on because it's so many. Hey, focus. It's a bit reflective in here. Anyway, there's a lot of things happening. The wheel in the back, like I feel like you picked up a lot of momentum towards your love. The love that's coming in for you is like it has picked up momentum, and that's what I started talking about. It feels like you come from a place where it's always something. That feeling, it's always something. And then now it's like you breathe out. It's like, okay, we're moving into love now, like love. Not conditional love, but unconditional love. Not that you're putting sort of judgments and expectations on your partner, and they're not putting expectations and judgments on you either. It feels like a very open-ended relationship that's coming your way. And there's something with the Gemini there. And with the wheel in the back, it just tells me that towards this, like coming into this relationship, you picked up a lot of momentum. It's like, it just basically means you thought about it and thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. And where is it? And where is it? And here's what I don't want. Here's what I don't want. Here's what I do want. And like, you just have continued to like move in this direction of I want this now, and now it seems to finally there's a box. I don't know what I think it's called a musical box, maybe. It's the little box that you open and there's like a princess coming out, like a little doll that spins around and it plays music when it spins around. It's right there. It doesn't want to focus all about. Oh, there you go. Right here. And I feel like that's a surprise. It's like a surprising element. So you might be like single, surprise. It's like from one day to the next. Like if you were to tell this story back, and you probably would say something like, I was single for I felt single. I maybe was even in another relationship, but I've been feeling single for a long time. And then when did it happen? Like, yeah, just over an afternoon. And of course, there's always going to be over an afternoon. When you meet somebody new, it's an initial meeting. It's always going to be, and one afternoon I met them. But for me, it feels like you met them and that was it. Like it wasn't, even though you maybe met a couple of times, you started talking, you developed this relationship, it feels like it will be that sort of connection where you just instantaneously, you just know. It's just because you know so much what you do want and what you don't want, and you sort of have been holding out for this person. Like, not that you have sort of pushed any, it just hasn't been interesting, and you haven't been attracting. If you have attracted a person in your life, it hasn't sort of become solid. I feel like it has stayed on an energy level, if that makes any sense. So what is that? That could be like you're dating on the internet. It could be like you have had something long, like overseas commitment. It can like long distance relationship, something like that, where you actually haven't met in person. So it has almost been like on an energy level, on an energy plane. And if you want to take it further, if you're sort of into the higher dimensions and just different frequencies, you could even have had a different relationship on a different plane, that you sort of you never met the person physically, but you've had a strong connection to somebody energetically. I can explain that in a way that, like, when I was expecting my second child, my second baby, I had a strong, like, he came in so strong before he actually arrived physically. I could feel his energy. I knew his name. He just came in very strongly. And when it's a baby like that, and there's somebody that you're expecting, literally expecting having a baby, then you can sort of develop the, like, feeling into their soul, feeling into their essence, to their energy. There's somebody there, and you think you're not crazy because this thing is growing inside of you, or is about to grow. I mean, for some it's even a bit weird. Like when I said, I know he's here, I felt him. Like, okay, but you're not pregnant yet, are you? No, but I know he's here. It's the same thing. You can do the same thing with a person coming your way, just as you do with a person leaving your life. If they're departed, if they're crossed over to the other side, you can feel the essence of that energy. It's easier to think of them, because then they have first been physically focused and now they're non-physically focused, and it's easier to think that they're there somewhere and you can connect with them. This is the same thing. You can connect with your partner on a plane, like in a different dimensional reality, where you really develop this beautiful relationship with them. And you might feel a bit crazy at times, where you think of them and you miss them. It's like you miss a person you haven't even met. No, not physically, but on an energetic plane you have. And for some people that is the norm. That is what I'm living now. And for some that's still a bit crazy, a bit out there. So whatever resonates with you guys, I feel like there's a do you call it a plethora? Like there's a diversity here. There's many different stories here, I feel, to where you're at on the scale. Okay, and then for I was going to say domestic, for committed relationship. A committed relationship is very domestic. This is you maybe starting a business together. This is you, maybe you haven't, since I'm talking about it this in this way, maybe you having a baby together. It's sort of the coming together and understanding what the other person needs. And maybe Capricorn, not out of the blue because she probably wished it, but it feels like all of a sudden, passing this 2020, they all of a sudden have a way bigger interest in you. Like all of a sudden, it's like they have come to realization who they have in front of them, which means they've come to some sort of realization about themselves, maybe connecting more to themselves and therefore see you clearly, or at least more clear. So I feel like there's a beautiful, more coming together, coming home sort of feeling within each other. The Gemini energy here can also stand for, that could be your person, Capricorn, your person could be a Gemini, but Gemini to me is a person who has a lot on their plate. They have a lot of balls up in the air at the same time. It's like, yeah, you won't find a Gemini who's just focus on one thing. If they are focused on one thing, they're 150% focused on one thing. I know I'm judging every Gemini on earth here right now, but that's sort of the essence of the Gemini. So that could speak to this as well, that you have so much on your plate right now, you have so much to do, and it's all about your relationship navigating around the things that you're doing right now. And the things that you're doing and the a lot of things that you're doing is beautiful. You've found a new way of looking at it, a new way of coming together towards this, or like working towards this rather than against each other, saying, man, we have so much to do, why can't you? Well, why can't you? It's rather we're coming together as a team and we're facing this together, that sort of energy. It's 3 of Ariel also, and 3 for me stands for just happiness, play, fun, creativity, like yummy stuff. And then we have Queen of Michael. First and foremost, when Michael comes, it's like, for me, that's action. That's whatever you're planning, whatever you're going after, it's happening now. When Michael is involved, it's like, he's not saying, let's take another day and think about this. When he comes in, it's like, we have thought about it. We have yet again thought about it. There's no need to think anymore. We can just move forward now. So it's a very action, moving forward orientated energy here. And I feel like this is you just sitting on your throne. This is for the single people first. This is you, Capricorn. That's a woman, but obviously this can be for a Capricorn man as well. You're sitting on your throne being really ready. I feel like you have like it's a very funny way of looking at it, that you've sort of watered your plants, like all your flowers are taken care of. You vacuumed your house, you've cleaned clothes, you bought like fika, as we would say in Swedish, like to I don't know, offer coffee if they actually came in today. Like you're ready. You're just sitting here like, now what? Are they like, they said they were going to be here now, so should I just sit here? What should I do? I feel like a tiny bit of restlessness, Capricorn. If you're single, there's a tiny bit of restlessness, but there's excitement in the air. It's like if they're coming now, I'm ready. And of course, it's a metaphor. It could be that you're this particular in what you've done physically, but I feel most of all, it's like you're energetically ready. Okay, it's like they can come now because I don't have any relationships to sort out. I don't have any, like my heart doesn't belong. Oh, as I said that, I was going to say, as my heart doesn't belong to anybody else. Capricorn, what is that about? As I said that, as I was going to say that, I actually got a hit in my heart. And so that is not true for all Capricorns out there. I'm going to do a clarifying card straight away. Tell me more about this belonging to somebody else. With the Capricorn heart belonging to somebody else. What is that about? Capricorn heart belonging to somebody else. Basically feel what it's about, but it's funny to pull a card. 3 of Michael. Oh, man. Yeah, and what I draw is release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. So, and Michael comes in again to like, to nurture you, to care for you, to say, I'm here, I'm with you. We can move past this. Capricorn, I feel that it can be both ways. Like somebody has either left you or you have left somebody, and you're sort of still somewhat committed. If you met your person now, like if you met your soulmate, if there's a strong, very physical connection coming into you, and you just this is it. You won't think a second, maybe that's not true, but you will not go into this relationship due to the person you once were with, because still thinking about them, still wanting to be with them, but maybe out of, I was gonna say obligation, but guilt, maybe out of, are they ready for me? Are they ready for me to meet somebody new? Like, am I going to break their heart yet again by meeting somebody new? And if I meet somebody new, there's some sort of secretive, let's be 100% sure of where this is going before telling my ex or who this person is, what is happening. And maybe that's not so bad, Capricorn. That's just, because sometimes you meet somebody and it lasts 2 weeks and that was all you needed to exchange some sort of information, and then you move on. Though I don't feel like that's true. I feel like this person that's coming into you, it's not a 2 week thing. This is permanent. But I think that's good too. Like, when you know in your heart, then maybe tell other people how you feel about it. And also for you to be allowed to be in your own little bubble at first, to not have any other energies to think anything about it, but rather for you guys to just exist in this bubble yourself. But yeah, there is another heart that I feel like you're a bit protective of, if that makes any sense. They might be you might feel a bit hurt still from somebody leaving you, but it feels more you wanting to protect somebody else. So other than that, you're so ready. And when I read into this for the committed relationship, this is just describing your home life. It's just a beautiful home life right now. It feels really nice. It feels really good what you have going, and you're looking forward to things. You're planning things like maybe for vacation. What are we going to do with the garden this summer, depending on where you're at in the world. Things like that. It's just peace and calm and a really strong, beautiful connection, Capricorn, is what I feel. And then the last card out is Six of Ariel. As I said, six stands for love and romance. And it looks really like this. It's like it's starting. So if this is you, it's depicted, it's the images of Ariel, but I feel like this is more you, like explaining that like this is you. And if this is where we're starting with you, this is where the relationship starts. The relationship is coming in, the relationship is starting here. Have I said that 5 times now? And then it, like, you see the tree behind there? It's like it will grow into something so grand, so beautiful, so strong. Like the roots are already set. So we can just focus on growing now. We didn't have to spend a lot of time together in order to find trust and stability. It's like it's a done deal the second you meet. It's like you don't have to, who is this person? Can I fully trust them? Can they trust themselves with their heart with me? It's an open book straight away. And then therefore you can just grow into this beautiful creation together. It's almost like art. It's almost like you create art together. Maybe you do create art. You get like art together. Maybe you're painting together. But like you paint, you create beautiful. It's like a canvas that is brand new, and you get to paint whatever you want on there. The canvas is already there. Like the basis is already there. The brushes, the paint, everything is like it's set. It's like the base chakra. It's like we have a foundation. 2 days in, you have a foundation because you have a foundation within you already when you meet them. And then you can just bloom and grow from there. It's a gorgeous energy, Capricorn. If you're in a committed relationship, I just feel like you thought you saw the ceiling of your relationship, but it's like you're barely beginning. It's like you only now have found your foundation. You know who you are, you know who your person is. You really truly love them, like love them with all their flaws, and maybe you don't like them every day, but you really love them. And I just feel like and oh man, I thought maybe even for a second, maybe not for all, but just as a playing out this vision in my head, maybe even, you know, on an occasional hour you were like, nah, this can't be my soulmate. Like, they suck, or I suck, like they don't bring out the best in me, or something like that. And then you come to this realization that, oh my god, I just love this person so much, and you thought like you've created so much together already, or you know, you hit the ceiling of what you could do, and it's like you're barely beginning. You're just starting out, having this gorgeous, maybe kids, maybe family life. Like I said, very domestic. It's very home feeling. Okay guys, this is your reading for the upcoming 2 weeks. It's really beautiful for both single and committed relationships. I'm really happy and excited for you single guys, who is actually really, it looks like you finally are attracting your person, and it's going to be like such a solid foundation for you. And this person that your heart goes out to, know that they're protected, know that Michael is with them, they're tended to as well, like just like you are. And eventually when they feel healed and when they see you move on, maybe they actually have an easier time letting go, because they thought maybe there was a chance in nowhere that they were going to get back together with you, and it actually will help them, even though it feels like it hurts them with the initial, like I met somebody. It will be easier for them to let go over time if you actually tell them that you met somebody new. Okay guys, I hope this helps. I hope it uplifts you, and I'll see you back hopefully in 2 weeks for your new love reading. In a week from now, I will post something different. I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure out like where am I of best service to you? Like, what do you need to hear most right now? That sort of thing. So let's see what I'm putting out like in a week. Take care out there. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.